turn our attention to a News 3 investigation. What happened to baby Franklin, a 4-month-old child from Pennsylvania, died while on vacation in the Outer Banks?
His father pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter, but claims that he didn't do it. Investigative reporter Margaret Kavanaugh breaks down what happened.
A trip to the Outer Banks for a Pennsylvania family back in July of 2018.
Clerk have 911 address of the emergency.
Turned tragic.
They're doing CPR on a 4-month-old.
CPR right now, yes.
4.5-month-old Franklin Imschweiler was in distress.
All I see is Franklin looking lifeless and Tom trying to do CPR.
Franklin's mother Laura recalls her husband waking her up in a panic.
I see my son lifeless. And I did it. I couldn't comprehend what was happening.
5 days later, after being flown to CHKD, Franklin died. The doctors at the hospital told law enforcement he had bleeding on the outside of his brain, bleeding on his right eye, and other injuries. The medical examiner ruled the cause of Franklin's death abusive head trauma and the manner of death homicide. His father, Tom, was arrested for felony child abuse.
I am currently located at Sanford Correctional Center in North Carolina.
I talked to Tom from prison about what happened to Franklin. That night, did you harm him in any way?
No, absolutely not. Franklin was my everything.
Tom denies harming his son. His wife and supporters created a Change.org campaign that now has over 24,000 signatures.
And it just makes me sick. You can just put an innocent person in prison.
Tom's lawyer explains what he says happened that awful night.
Tom brought Franklin out onto this couch and went to make him a bottle. When he went to make him a bottle, Franklin turned his head into this pillow and began to suffocate.
The family says Franklin suffered a severe case of hand, foot, and mouth disease, a contagious viral infection common in young children, just before they left for their vacation. They say they got a second autopsy done by their own doctors, which determined that Franklin died as a result of suffocation followed by cardiac arrest due to falling face down in the couch and being there for several minutes.
So you have two possible ways that these injuries could come. One of them is through what's called abusive head trauma, formerly known as shaken baby syndrome. And the other one is an accidental suffocation. Well, we ask ourselves, what does the history say? And there's nothing ever from day one to point to a history of abuse. Zero. That night, 4 months of Franklin's life, and the 34 years of Tom's life to indicate that he was ever capable of abusing a child.
Tom entered an Alfred plea for voluntary manslaughter, which allows a defendant to claim innocence without having to go to trial.
Tom was facing life without parole for the charges in this case. Okay, he was a young man, and he's looking at the rest of his life in jail without parole. The state offered him a plea agreement to 5 years.
They put you in a rock and hard place, and it's just what I had to do. I couldn't forgive myself if I were to go to trial, and if we lost, it'd be over.
And now he's in jail, maintaining his innocence. So is his lawyer, so is his wife, and so are the doctors who worked on his case. And that's why it's so important to us to keep fighting.
News 3 sent all of the documentation available to us to a forensic pathologist not connected to the case for his opinion.
In this case, I would not be able to say either one of those. I am not convinced that this is a homicide. And I'm not convinced that it is not a homicide. And if this were my case and I had to sign Franklin's death certificate, again, I'd probably have called this an undetermined cause of death, an undetermined manner of death. And I would have lost a lot of sleep about it.
I reached out to the office of the chief medical examiner, who issued a statement that read in part, "Our office is willing to review new information as it pertains to cases that our office conducted a death investigation. However, we ask that any new information be shared with the investigating law enforcement agency, and the law enforcement agency will share any pertinent information with our office to review." As for Tom's wife, she continues to fight for her husband.
I want this wrong to be righted, but I also want to expose the fallacies that occur when shaken baby is just accused at families.
Margaret Kavanaugh, News 3.
Now, News 3 did reach out to the Currituck County Sheriff and District Attorney regarding the family's concerns about that case, but they did not get back to our News 3 Investigates team.